while we're talking about NBA, NBA free agency?
NBA free agency was interesting because of the new tax brackets and financial implications that are coming into play in first apron, second apron, and teams having to position themselves accordingly, not wanting to go into, too high of a luxury tax if they genuinely aren't contenders. So it's kind of put the league in this really weird position where it's difficult to go out and create a big three, which is what we've seen probably for the last decade, right?
Yeah.
And then having seen the last 2 or 3 teams that have taken that approach fall flat on their face with Brooklyn and then with Phoenix, teams probably a little bit hesitant to go down that path now.
So you reckon those days are over?
I think so.
Super team vibes?
Yeah, I really think so. Yeah. I think we're going to see a lot of teams actually trying to build a little bit more. OKC is probably going to be the blueprint going forward for teams.
Yep.
Where you build through the draft and then you acquire assets on top of that.
Yeah. What do you think about OKC picking up Caruso?
I love it. It's
Giddy,
perfect.
Yeah.
Like, it's absolutely perfect for them. It's
what
perfect.
about Chicago? They're happy with that?
It's perfect for, I think it's better than what people are kind of insinuating, where everyone's like, OKC's just stolen stolen from Chicago here.
Yeah.
But Giddy in Chicago kind of works well for a multitude of reasons, both for player and for team.
Yeah.
And Caruso in OKC just works perfect because he doesn't need or want the ball in his hand offensively. He can space the floor a little bit as long as his shot's going down, and another elite perimeter defender is exactly what they're looking for. But in terms of free agency, biggest winner has to be Philly. Paul George is... I'm higher on Paul George than most.
Yeah.
I think he's like the most underrated superstar, if there is such a term.
Well, he didn't have a great stint at the Clippers, but the Clippers, generally speaking, are probably...
Yeah, like there was always issues, right? There was always injuries. Like if it wasn't him, it was Kawhi. And if it wasn't Kawhi, it was something else.
I mean, would you consider them one of those super teams sort of setups?
I think they were. Yeah, I think they were. And it obviously, again, didn't work out mainly for injuries. Like they never got to see a full postseason together, which is just absolutely wild in four seasons. But they had a great win percentage. They had like a 66% win percentage when they were both on the floor.
It is a shame that they couldn't really fire, because it would be good to see the Clippers sort of go a bit further.
Yeah, I would have loved to have seen them go deep. So the biggest winner for me, Philly. Like you get Paul George to play with Maxey and to play with Embiid. Yeah. It's the perfect fit. He can space the floor. He's a 3-level scorer and he's a elite perimeter defender who can defend 1 through 5 if need be.
Yep.
They're going to win a ton of games in the regular season.
So
a ton of games.
Can they do damage postseason?
Just comes down to health, which is the same situation that Philly and the Clippers have been in for the last X amount of seasons. Like, is Joel's knees, are they going to hold up?
Yeah.
Can he play a fully healthy postseason? Because I don't think we've ever seen him enter a postseason fully healthy. He's always limping or limbering or carrying something.
Yeah.
Same for Paul George. Is his knees going to hold up? And if so, like, I think the fact that they have them on the same team now means you can probably manage it a little bit more. You're going to be able to pick up wins sitting Embiid, sitting Paul George, and just having 2 of those 3 on the floor.
Yep.
So this is a big year for Philly. I rate Nick Nurse. I think he's a terrific coach as well. So biggest winner by margin.
Who had the worst deal? Not so much guys that didn't really do anything, but who had the worst deal in your opinion? Who got stitched up in the trade period?
Brooklyn trading Mikal Bridges for fucking nothing.
Yeah.
Like 6 months ago, teams were offering future first rounders galore plus some for this guy, and they were adamant that they wanted to build around him. He became disgruntled, made it well known that he wasn't happy, and their hands were a little bit tired where they then had to move him or keep a disgruntled player.
Why does this keep happening at Brooklyn?
Like it's a good question.
Like I've heard that a few times, right?
Yeah, it's a good question. Everyone was quick to blame Harden and to blame Kyrie when it was them. And now it's happened again with Bridges, who's a pretty reserved guy by nature. So, it's hard, I guess. Bridges, his biggest issue was the lack of support in home games. Yeah. Like, he was saying away fans are getting more support in our own home building, and it was disheartening. So that obviously has a part to play, but the front office just looks a little bit lost. So I don't know what they're trying to do, but they've just traded away their biggest asset. Didn't get back anywhere near as much as they would have if they did it 6 to 12 months ago. Yeah. And now they're just stuck in this weird situation of nothing.
What about
What are you prepared to lose today? Set a deposit limit. For free and confidential support, call the number on the screen or visit the website.